Hello and welcome back by a new video for the SwiftUI learning course. In the previous video we've discussed text view. I removed all the text because today we're going to talk about something else. Images. An image almost functions in the same way as text, but there are a few extra steps to reach the goal. First, in Assets, under Assets.xAssets, we press the plus button and then we choose image set. We've got a couple of images and then you change the name to the image you want. I've downloaded a chicken. Once you've added the image name, you press on the 1x. I don't use 2x or 3x, so chicken. That's my image. That's what I downloaded from the internet. Back to Content View. In Content View, we type image with a capital I and then the image name. In this instance, it's chicken. It is capital sensitive, so if I don't add the capital C, it won't show my image. Just like text, we have a couple of modifiers. One is resizable. This allows the image to resize automatically. We have a scaled to fit and a scaled to fill, and those work separately. Scaled to fit will fit the image to the frame, and scaled to fill will fill the whole frame. But I don't use them very often. Then we have frame, and in frame we have the same things as in text in the previous video. So we give it a width value of, let's say, 250, add a comma, and we give it a height value. It's 300 or something. Then that's the frame. We can also make it a lot bigger, so it resizes the image for you. Then we have aspect ratio. We give it 16:9. Content mode is .fit, for example. Or we make it 9/16. This changes the aspect ratio, just like your own screen. Then we have rendering mode. And in rendering mode we add something like original or template, if you have a template. The template ignores original colors and treats non-transparent pixels as a mask. This allows you to apply custom color using the .foreground style or .foreground color. But most of the time you use original. Then we have background color dot and then the color. So this adds a background color for the image, but I don't have any transparent pixels, so we can't see the background color. Then we have clip shape, and the shape is a circle or a square or a triangle, and this adds a circle around the image. So this is used for profile pictures in settings or in other things like WhatsApp or Instagram or something. Then we have corner radius, and the corner radius adds a radius or a corner modifier to the image. So we've got rounded corners. Then we can use dot overlay, and this is to add something above. So there is, if you look closely, the words hello world above the image. So this is to put something on top without using a modifier like a V, H or Z stack. But that's something for the next lesson. Then we have dot shadow, and we also give a radius value to add a shadow. So as you can see, there's a little bit of darker coloring around. Then we have opacity. And this is also a value just like the corner radius, and it should make the image more transparent or something if you want. We can also add a blur to the image. And now we can see the image not as clearly as we could a couple of seconds ago. So you could add blur if you want something blurred out, like a profile picture for something, if you want people to log in into your app. So we can use the blur modifier. Next to that we have brightness. This is the same modifier as we've used previously. But this is not commonly used for me. We have something as contrast, saturation, grayscale. Grayscale is maybe a fun one to use. And this adds funny modifiers to the picture as well. Like this is a blue tint for the chicken. This is one is gray, so you can gray out or make images black and white or something. Then we have the funny one, rotation effect, and pick a angle. Then we add the value. And then my image rotates with the degrees I've given it. So now we turn it upside down. I find it funny sometimes to do this. Then we have scale effect. And scale effect, we give it a value as well, like 2. That makes it twice as big, like 1.5. That makes it a little bit smaller. And the last offset we have, or the last modifier we have, is offset X and an offset Y. And this should, we don't have a frame, so it doesn't work right now, but this should offset the image to a location you've given it. So it should be 2 up and 2 to the right. Then, at last, if it gets very big, just like in text, we can add a folding. So sometimes there's too much code, or if you put in too much input into one image or text or button or anything, and the code gets very long. The thing you can do is select the item you want to fold, tap on Editor, then tap on Fold and Unfold. Where is it? I don't use it very often. So I'm looking as well. Code folding and fold. Then it gets 3 dots here, and if you press on the dots, it opens. So in code folding and unfold. And you can do this for many things. And like you see, there isn't any change with the image. There's also a shortcut key. So Option, Command and arrows back or to the front if you select the right item. So if you select image, I can fold and unfold it. So that's the last handy tip for now. Thank you very much for watching. In the next video we will discuss V-stack, H-stack and Z-stack. That's very useful also for images. So I will combine the first and second lesson of text and images. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.